Have you ever seen it? That classic scene. Two people at a party. One of them is a Libra, effortlessly gliding through the room. They're a master of conversation, offering a dazzling smile here, a charming compliment there. They're not trying to do anything wrong. They're just creating harmony, making everyone feel included. It's their superpower. But across the room, their Scorpio partner is watching. And they're not just watching, they're analyzing. Every smile, every lingering touch on an arm, every shared laugh is being recorded and filed away. They see what the Libra sees as simple friendliness as something far more dangerous. A potential threat to the sacred private world the two of them have built. This is the fundamental dynamic. The beautiful and terrifying dance of Libra and Scorpio. It's the clash of the social butterfly and the soulful detective. Air and water, charm and intensity. And if you're in this relationship, you know that this dance can feel like you're navigating a minefield paved with rose petals. It's beautiful, it's passionate, but one wrong step and everything can explode. But what if I told you it doesn't have to be that way? What if this pairing, often labeled as difficult or incompatible, is actually a masterclass in love, trust, and transformation? Today, we're not just going to talk about the problems. We're creating the ultimate survival guide. We'll dive deep into the mind of both the Libra and the Scorpio, and then we'll build the bridge of understanding that can turn this volatile combination into an unbreakable bond. First, to solve a problem, we have to understand its source. Let's start with Libra. Think of Libra as the ultimate diplomat of the Zodiac. Ruled by Venus, the planet of love, beauty, and harmony, a Libra's entire existence is a quest for balance. Conflict, ugliness, and confrontation are like nails on a chalkboard to their soul. Their goal in any social situation is to create a pleasant, frictionless experience. They are the hosts of the universe's party, and what does a good host do? They make sure every single guest feels welcome, appreciated, and seen. This is where their famous flirtatiousness comes from. For a Libra, that charming smile or engaging conversation isn't a prelude to romance. It's a tool. It's the social lubricant they use to smooth over awkward silences and make connections. It's how they balance the energy in the room. When a Libra sees someone standing alone, their instinct is to go over and draw them in. When a conversation gets too heavy, their instinct is to lighten it. Their charm is as natural to them as breathing. To ask a Libra to stop being charming is like asking the sun to stop shining. It's a core part of their identity. They find validation and purpose in being liked, in creating these beautiful, light and airy social tapestries. So when a Scorpio partner accuses them of flirting, the Libra is often genuinely bewildered. In their mind, they were just being nice. They were being them. They can't understand why their partner would interpret an act of social grace as an act of betrayal. It feels unfair, illogical, and most of all, it disrupts their precious harmony. Now let's cross the room and step into the world of Scorpio. If Libra lives on the breezy, sunlit surface, Scorpio lives in the deep, mysterious ocean. Ruled by Pluto, the planet of power, death, and rebirth, Scorpio is a fixed water sign. They are not interested in shallow connections. They crave depth, intensity, and all-consuming soul-bearing truth. For a Scorpio, love isn't a social game, it's a sacred pact. It's a merging of two souls. When they commit to you, they are giving you the most vulnerable parts of themselves, something they do for almost no one else. Their world is built on a foundation of absolute loyalty and trust. Because they operate on this level of emotional intensity, they are hypersensitive to anything that might threaten that foundation. That's why a Scorpio's jealousy isn't just simple possessiveness. It's a defense mechanism. It's a primal fear that the sacred trust they've placed in you is being treated casually. Think of it like this. A Scorpio has given you the one and only key to the deepest vault of their heart. When they see you handing out cheap copies of that key, even if they're just plastic, meaningless copies in the form of a charming smile, it feels like a catastrophic security breach. They don't see a party. They see a field of potential threats. They don't see being nice. They see you offering a piece of the energy that they believe belongs exclusively to them and their sacred bond. Their intensity isn't a flaw, it's the very essence of their love. Their love is a fortress, and their jealousy is the guard at the gate, checking every ID with suspicion. So the clash becomes inevitable. Libra says, "I was just being friendly." Scorpio hears, "Our connection isn't special enough to be protected." Scorpio reacts, maybe with the infamous silent treatment, a series of intense, probing questions, or a sudden coldness. Libra, sensing the massive disruption in harmony, feels like they're walking on eggshells. They don't understand the crime, so they don't know how to fix it. This makes them want to retreat or try to smooth things over, which Scorpio can interpret as avoidance or a lack of seriousness. And so the cycle begins. It's a storm of misunderstanding, and both partners feel completely unseen and unheard. But this is where the survival guide truly begins. This isn't a doomed pairing. It's a relationship that demands conscious effort and a new level of communication. Let's build the bridge, starting with advice for the Libra partner. First, and most importantly, reassurance is your most powerful tool. Your Scorpio partner's brain is wired to look for threats. You need to actively counter-program that wiring. This means your loyalty cannot just be implied, it must be stated, clearly and often. When you're getting ready to go out, say something like, "I'm excited to see everyone, but you're the only one I'm coming home with." It might feel a little dramatic to you, but for Scorpio, it's a vital anchor of security. After a social event, don't wait for them to start probing. Be proactive. Say, "That was fun, but my favorite part was watching you from across the room." You are verbally reinforcing that they are your focal point. Second tip for Libra, be mindful of your energy's direction. This does not mean you have to change who you are. Do not become a dull, muted version of yourself, but you can become more aware. When you're talking to someone, make a conscious effort to bring your Scorpio partner into the conversation. Put your hand on their back. Introduce them proudly. "This is my partner, Scorpio." You're using your social grace not just to charm a stranger, but to elevate your partner. You're signaling to both your partner and the rest of the world that you are a united front. The charm is now working for the relationship, not outside of it. Third, try to understand the depth behind their jealousy. Don't dismiss their feelings as simple possessiveness. Try to reframe it. When Scorpio gets intense, it's because they care intensely. They are terrified of losing you because you mean that much to them. If you can see their fear instead of their anger, you can respond with compassion instead of defensiveness. A simple, "Hey, I can see something's bothering you. Let's talk. You are my world," can diffuse a situation that would otherwise explode. Now for our beloved Scorpios, your journey is just as crucial. Your work is centered on trust and communication. Your first challenge, trust is a choice, not just a feeling. Your feelings of suspicion are valid, but they are not always reality. Your intuition is powerful, but it can sometimes be clouded by fear. You have to make the conscious choice to trust your Libra partner, even when it feels uncomfortable. This means taking a breath before reacting. When you see your Libra partner laughing with someone, pause. Ask yourself, is this a genuine threat, or is this just my Libra being a Libra? Remind yourself of all the times they have been loyal. You have to actively feed the voice of trust so it can grow stronger than the voice of fear. Second, you must learn to communicate your vulnerability before it turns into venom. The classic Scorpio move is to feel hurt, retreat into silence, and then strike back later. This is incredibly confusing and damaging for a harmony-seeking Libra. You must practice saying what you feel as you feel it. Use I statements. Instead of accusing, "You were flirting with that person all night," try a more vulnerable approach. Try saying, "Hey, when I see you being so charming with everyone else, it sometimes makes me feel a little insecure, like I'm not special to you." This is terrifying for a Scorpio. It's showing your soft underbelly. But for a Libra, it's a revelation. You're not attacking them. You're inviting them in to help solve a problem. You're appealing to their deep-seated need for fairness and harmony. They are much more likely to respond with care and reassurance to this than to an accusation. And third, you must learn to appreciate their light. You fell in love with this person's grace, their charm, their ability to light up a room. To try and lock that light away in a box is to kill the very thing you were first attracted to. Their social nature is not a bug, it's a feature. It is a part of their soul. Your challenge is to feel secure enough to let them shine, knowing that their light is a reflection on you, and that at the end of the day, their warmth is coming home to you. When Libra and Scorpio can master this dance, the result is nothing short of a masterpiece. This isn't just about surviving, it's about thriving. The Libra partner teaches the Scorpio that the world can be a safe and beautiful place. They bring light, laughter, and social ease into the Scorpio's intense inner world, softening their hard edges and showing them the joy of connection. The Scorpio partner teaches the Libra what true, unwavering, soul-deep love feels like. They give the Libra a sense of purpose and direction, an anchor in the storm of social pleasantries. Scorpio's depth prevents Libra's life from ever becoming shallow. Think of it this way: Libra is the exquisite, perfectly balanced golden frame. Scorpio is the deep, passionate, and profound masterpiece painting. Separately, they are impressive, but together, they complete each other. The frame gives the painting structure and presents it to the world in its best light. The painting gives the frame a profound purpose and a soul. This relationship is not for the faint of heart. It is a transformational journey that demands awareness, patience, and a radical commitment to understanding each other's core nature. It's a constant negotiation between freedom and security, light and shadow, the social world and the secret one. But if you're willing to do the work, you won't just survive. You'll build one of the most loyal, powerful, and deeply connected partnerships the Zodiac has to offer.